You'll find many types of bridges crossing the waterways. Most are fixed, which you'll pass under, and others need to be moved out of the way. These are either swing bridges or lifting bridges and will need to be operated by your crew. Remember to check you have sufficient headroom to pass through. Stop the boat well before the bridge. Leaving yourself plenty of room will make it easier to line the boat up correctly when you go through the bridge. Movable bridges are usually locked. Make sure when you land your crew that you have the proper key or windlass to unlock and operate the bridge. If the bridge carries traffic, make sure the road is clear and close any warning barriers. Unlock the chain or catch, and for a swing bridge, give it a good controlled push. Be ready to slow the swing to prevent the bridge from bouncing off the buffer stop. Once the boat is through, close the bridge, secure the lock and raise any warning barriers. Lifting bridges will have a winder which you operate with a windlass, or sometimes a chain or rope to pull to operate the bridge. When fully open, unless there's an obvious latch, get an adult to hold on to keep the bridge raised. Once you're sure that the boat is clear, gently lower the bridge, always keeping it under control. Some bridges are powered and need a facilities key to operate. Make sure you always follow the instructions and pay particular care to traffic barriers, unlocking and relocking them when leaving. And don't forget to retrieve your key. Some cruising routes include tunnels. These are quite easy and often fun to navigate, but they do require care. Tunnels may be narrow, only allowing one-way traffic, or wide enough for boats to pass each other. Look for information and instruction boards or traffic lights at the entrance. If you have to wait for another boat coming through, stay well clear of the tunnel entrance to give them room to pass. Make sure everyone is inside the boat, with nobody's arms or legs hanging over the side. Prepare the boat by switching on the headlights and some interior lights. These will help to illuminate the tunnel walls. Turn off any gas appliances. Many tunnels are damp, so put some waterproofs on and have a torch to hand. As you enter the tunnel, sound one long blast on your horn. Steer by looking at one side of the tunnel only and keep to a moderate speed. Some tunnels allow canoes to use them. They won't have navigation lights, so have someone as a lookout in the front of the boat to warn the skipper if you see one. Always keep a reasonable distance between you and any boat in front. If it's two-way traffic, watch out for oncoming boats and pass slowly on the right. If your route includes a stretch of river, there are some additional factors to bear in mind. You must follow any specific instructions which are signposted. Unlike canals, the water in a river is always moving. In dry weather, this current is quite gentle, but in prolonged wet weather, the river has to carry more water, and its speed will increase and the water level will rise. It's easy to tell if the flow is normal. At every river lock, there are marker boards. At normal river level, a green band shows. If the level rises, it goes into yellow, which means take extra care. If the level is in the red, navigation on the river is prohibited, and you should stop and moor safely until conditions improve. So all you have to do is check at each lock. On some rivers, there are flood locks which are open at normal flows and closed in strong stream conditions. They're only operated by Canal and River Trust staff. If you come across a closed flood lock, you'll need to wait for Canal and River Trust staff to open it when the flood recedes. If you need to moor up on a river, always approach the bank with the boat pointing upstream. If travelling downstream, go beyond your chosen stopping place, turn around and approach the bank against the current. This uses the current to slow the boat down and helps to maintain steering. When tying up, always secure the upstream rope first, and when setting off, untie the downstream rope first. Always leave some slack in your ropes to allow for water level changes. Don't moor overnight except at designated mooring sites, and always use fixed bollards or rings. When approaching bridges, look for signs showing which arch to go through. Weirs, generally near locks, may have a sideways current flowing towards them. Be ready for this, watch for signs and steer to counteract the current. All boats on rivers must carry an anchor of adequate size and weight with a suitable length of rope secured to a strong point on the boat. The anchor should be stowed in such a way that it can be deployed quickly and easily in an emergency. Hire boats which go on rivers will have a suitable anchor.